Hey guys, Grizzly Gaming here, and welcome to my league on NBA 2K15. So, I'm on the Bulls. I've only got one injury. We're overall 91. We haven't lost a game yet. And my like the way the camera's on the court, looks at the court, is different for most people, but it's easier for me that way. So if you don't like it, then just don't watch. Alright, here we go. See, we were playing Hornets. They're not doing that good. It's the way, right? Yeah. And I have sunflower seeds in right now, so what? I'm confused. Oh well. I do not get what's going on right there, but Alright. I like changing their jerseys, I don't know why. I have old school. We'll have old school. Yeah. Alright, let's go.
Presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and everybody knows the guy next to me, the monstrous Shaquille O'Neal. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Charlotte Hornets at Time Warner Cable Arena. And for Charlotte, they don't want to disappoint the hometown fans, but they'll have their hands full taking on one of the top teams in the league. We'll see if they can get it done. Now, Shaq, you talk about Charlotte. This group is fun to watch. They got some skills. They got some explosive talent. Who grabs your attention?
A flyover and gorgeous look at the Charlotte skyline. Greetings, everyone, from Charlotte, as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest live from the Time Warner Cable Arena. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Harlan.
I wasn't ready.
Only one game away from Chicago here. The Bulls will be back home for the next one. Game after game, the unbroken streak of wins to start their season continues.
Seeing where the Bulls are, they've been off to a great start. I mean, they've stacked up the wins here in the early going, and the momentum is very positive as they move forward.
You fucker.
And no surprise there, Clark. We knew they were going to be a team to watch, and they've absolutely shown it here with the way they've played.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Tony Snell. Clutch out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Reynolds in at the center position. It's Williams with the drive. Knocks down the 10-footer. Williams has got the opening basket of the game for the Hornets. And Chicago has possession. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard as they should have.
Everyone knows about how strong Chicago is with their defense, but they do it in a way where they don't get into a lot of foul trouble, and that's huge.
A three-pointer off the mark. And the Bulls with possession. Taken away by Williams. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
You know, as you said, a lot of teams will play physical and tough defense, but can get in trouble with fouls as a result. The Bulls avoided that and were near the bottom of the league in fouls committed per game.
Here's Clutch. 17 points in his last outing.
Cheddar.
Here's the closer, defended by Jefferson. And good on the basket. Book it.
Beautiful cut to the hoop. He's getting anything he wants here already.
Sorry, I gotta get some seeds.
And that is the best kind of defense, where, Steve, you can exert pressure and not give up 3 points.
Well, pressure is all you really need more often than not in the NBA. Whenever you're on the floor against these Bulls, you have to be careful with the ball.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Pau Gasol over the last few seasons dealing with a number of lower body injuries. Knee tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, groin, toe. I'll tell you, Kobe had suggested him to try to really slim down to lessen the pressure on his joints.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Well, you got to admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season, shooting better than 90% from the strike.
I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
Let's go, bro. In the hole.
Gasol drops 2. And Pau, never really the burly type, but for 7-footers, getting as wide as possible can really reduce the pounding on those joints.
Yeah, it does. They say every 5 pounds takes some significant wear and tear off your joints. And we've certainly seen that be effective for Tim Duncan. He's leaned up considerably, and Pau able to play both power forward and center. I think the lighter weight will serve him well.
And that one's good by Butler.
Well, they're really doing a nice job of stringing together solid possessions and building that lead up.
That's the key, Steve. They'll stay in control of this game if they can just avoid any lulls going forward.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And to do it on the road, too, I mean, with the way they just kept coming at them, they kept that crowd out of the game the entire time. That's good work.
Chicago making a switch here. Moore's checked in. Reversed. Just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now it's in it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
One player he said he's worried about in this game is Pau Gasol. He said with his length and touch, it's really hard to bother that shot. We're going to try to be physical with him, body him up early and deny him position. And guys, that's what a lot of teams try with Gasol. Force him to really battle through contact. We'll see how it works.
Thanks, Doris.
Well, Gerald Henderson is not the most lethal outside shooter, but I really like the way he's learning to move without the ball. He's very opportunistic with his cuts whenever his defender turns his head.
And that one falls for Henderson. And Henderson most comfortable, it seems, Steve, shooting from the corners.
Yeah, like most players, you know, Kevin, that's the easier shot, 22 feet instead of 23.9. He shot a good percentage from there. Not really a long-range shooter per se, which is why you didn't see him, you know, shoot effectively from the top of the circle or on the wings.
Both free throws good from Henderson. Big part of why the Hornets were able to improve so much last year is they had an identity. And Steve, a veteran presence on the team. That goes a long way.
Well, they've had talent for quite some time, but without direction, it's not easy to make anything of it. I just think getting Al Jefferson in the middle kind of tied all those pieces together.
Hornets trail by 7. Outside Williams. Feeds it to Jefferson. Back to Williams. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Damn.
Williams has got 5 points so far.
And for the Hornets, you know, hey, they had some low points in the season.
Deep three.
They
No,
still
deep three.
found a way to rally around each other and not let things spiral south like they had in the past. Kudos to them for showing that kind of
Peanut
resolve.
butter and
So it's the Hornets now.
jam.
The Bulls knocking down the 3. He
No.
loses from 15. Jump shot is good that time.
What is the temperature?
Here's Clutch. Right now averaging 27 points a game.
Well, one of the dynamics for this Bobcats team last year was that they had a lot of veteran presence, so they're able to deal with adversity, get through that in advance, and I thought that really helped band this team together last year, and they went on to make the postseason.
Here's Vonleh. after Pau Gasol's bucket.
Oh.
Outside Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jefferson. There's the block. Henderson against Butler. Fires it up. It's Chicago with another bucket.
They got themselves in front of some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic with that end of
Let's
the
go,
floor, no
boys. Let's go,
question.
boys. Come on, give me a cheddar. Bam,
Conley
bam.
setting the pick for Williams.
Oh.
Shot off the screen. That's blocked. Ramirez passes to Reynolds. Here's Moore.
Yeah.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Ninja, oh crap.
Yeah, and they're just not
I didn't
offering
say
any
that, okay.
resistance, not making anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Vonleh. Lance Stevenson comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Roberts is checked in for Gerald Henderson. And Walker subbed in for Williams. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Joakim Noah's checked in for the closer. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol.
The episodes are just going to be by
Mirotic is
quarters
checked in
too,
for Jimmy
just to tell you
Butler.
that.
And it's Rose in for Clutch. Again, the miss by Jefferson.
Forgot to tell you that
That's a
earlier.
very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all.
you.
One he probably should have passed on.
Walker with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Here's Zeller. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And Moore kicks to Rose. Not really his range, and it's off target.
That's a bad shot. You really hurt your team by taking a shot from that range. You put your defense in jeopardy.
And it certainly won't make him any friends with his teammates.
Now here's Walker. 8 points his last outing.
Let's go, bro.
Here's Jefferson. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock
Yeah,
those
sorry these
down
episodes are
all
gonna be like
game given a
quarters.
chance.
And Rose,
I just don't know
wide
how to
open,
edit
he
it.
shoots. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, I do.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
Here comes Walker. Fades and shoots.
Bam.
And that's not going to go.
All right, well, that's all for today,
Domination
guys.
in the first
See ya.
quarter. It's been pretty lopsided.